Mojang just came out with a new snapshot. They added new debug features, new commands, new UI, and updates to the Copper Golem. This is a very technical update. All of that and so much more. Like and subscribe. Here we go. So first thing they did was they opened OpenGL from 3.2 to 3.3. Now I don't really know what that is, but from my understanding, it has to do with visuals. And a part of the changes is new lighting, specifically on entities. Here you can see the before and after picture of a skeleton, and they basically just made it look more reasonable. Now it also looks like there's some lighting changes to caves. This does look a little bit weird right here, but that might be just a glitch. They also made it so mobs can spawn in with copper armor naturally. I guess they didn't do that before. So that's new. I didn't even notice that. Now there's also a new game wall command which has to do with these spawners. So if I do says game wall spawner blocks enabled, this command makes it so the mobs can spawn from spawners. It's naturally a true. I have it set on false right now, but if I set it to true, mobs should start spawning. There you go. We have our first zombie. But it's not the only change. We used to have game wall enabled command blocks, but to match it with Bedrock, they changed it to command block enable, so just makes it more consistent across the games. Right, there's also a couple of UI changes. This one is more interesting. If you go to options, music and sound, apparently they also added sound preview, so you should be able to hear the sound when you slide it. I don't hear anything. They also added a search box to the resource and data packs, so I don't have a lot of things to show, but if I search up high, look, it only shows high. They also made two node changes to the Copper Golem. So now I made this little test chamber. It should open doors. It didn't do that before. So, and it closes it, which is pretty neat. They also made his hitbox smaller. So I guess they had problems with like trap doors and stuff, but he now is small enough to fit through things. This one is quite simple, but basically it used to be if you switch from spectator to creative, you would fall. You would stop flying, but they changed it so that you continue flying. Notice anything interesting about Mr. Fat Lips over here? Yeah, they basically added his brain. Right, and you can see some stuff. You can also see their walking path. The green thing right there is where they're trying to reach, and then the blue is all their steps. What if I spawn a zombie? Hold on, zombie. Okay, so he's just panicking. Does it say anything for him? Dog, wants a golem. Oh, because there's a zombie. That's why he wants a golem. That's interesting. So to get to these changes, you need to go to the world folder, edit, more options, and then the GVM arguments. Right, and if you look at the log changes, they have some examples. I'm gonna leave a list of what you can add in the description. But DMC debug enable true is the first thing you need to add. Yeah, they added some pretty cool debug features. There's more than just these two, but these are just the two I wanted to see.